Jai Shri Krishna Maharaj. I am really very thankful to all of you that I have been given an opportunity to be part of this wonderful function that is 7-day online Utsav. Particularly, I am thankful to Soumitra Mukherjee of Durgapur, who very graciously invited me to be part of this function. Not only me, he invited the entire Nagpur group. You will have their presentation in the form of songs separately. Now, here I want to speak about Thakur Haranath or Lord Kushum Haranath. And when we talk about Lord Kushum Haranath, what comes to mind is people asking whether he was an avatar or was he an avatari or was he a God himself or Lord Almighty. Now I will not get into this. In fact, there is another school of thought who compare Haranath with Lord Gaurango or Lord Krishna. I will not get into all this. Call him Lord Almighty, call him Avatar, call him Avatari, it's your choice. Because what I feel is the advent of Lord Haranath was only for sharing the joys and sorrows of all the people who he came in contact with. He has said many things, and the books have been compiled about his sayings. Today, I will discuss only two sayings. One is, you carry my message of love to every door, and I will choose my own flock. That is one. And the other is, Narada got his siddhi from his veena. The gopinis or the cow maids, they got their siddhi through the flute of Lord Krishna. But you will get the same thing through my lekhani, that is pen. He further said, Krishna's flute had holes, had melody, but my pen neither has holes nor any melody. But see how it captivates you all. Indeed, it does captivate us. And we will come to that lekhani part slightly later. First, let us discuss the first saying, I will choose my own flock. You merely carry my message of love to every door. Now, when he says, I will choose my own flock, and we are part of the flock, I feel so, you feel so. So that itself is a great moral booster, and we feel very proud of it. But it is a fact that he did choose people from amongst many to become part of the Kushum Haranath world. I'll quote only 3 or 4 examples here. One, Mr. Venkatraman, M. Venkatraman to be precise, he was working in a Tata factory in Tata Nagar. He and his friend, those two were very young and were always thinking, according to the norm present in the society at that time, the culture and education demanded that they should have a guru. So they were thinking of having a guru but not finding any. One day they were passing by a lane and they came to find that some Sankirtan is going on inside. Somehow they were attracted and they went inside and found that people were doing Jai Haranath Jai Kusuma Kumari Jai Jai Haranath Jai Kusuma Kumari Jai, and found that the people who were doing this were very happy. They were in a very joyful mood. So they joined them without anything, without knowing anything about Lord, without having any inclination to join the fold. They found pleasure in saying, in doing or repeating Jai Haranath Jai Kusuma Kumari. So they decided that till we get a guru, we continue with this. Okay, then they proceeded on leave to their village, and they belonged to the same village. There they heard that Ramana Maharshi had come to the nearby village and was giving discourses. Somehow it struck to both of them that yes, we should approach Ramana Maharshi and request him to be our Guru. They did. Ramana Maharshi said, "What are you doing at the moment?" They said, "In fact, we have nothing to tell you about our introduction. We are mere small mortals doing work in a factory. And yes, we have been repeating Jaharnath Jai Kusuma Kumar Jai because we heard something there and found people to be very joyful about it." Ramana Maharshi had a very great laugh and he said, "I have nothing to give to you. In fact, when people come to me, I only tell them that in one of their births, they must be in the Lord Haranath's fold. So do keep on doing whatever you are doing." So that is the esteem of Lord Kusum-Haranath. Now, second instance. So here what we found that these Venkataraman and his friend were to be chosen. So they got this kind of arrangement and Thakur chose them. Let's move to another instance. In Puri Ashram, just beside our Kusum-Haranath ashram, there is another ashram where one great saint, Ramdas Babaji, used to come and stay. One of our devotees, Atul Krishna Majumdar, he heard that Ramdas Babaji had asked his disciples not to visit Haranath ashram, nor to meet Lord Haranath. Atul Krishna was very sad. So he thought one day he must confront Ramdas Babaji. And at night he found suddenly Haranath going out of the ashram, walking onto the sand beach, walking onto the beach, and he sat there somewhere. And immediately after some time from the adjoining ashram, Ramdas Babaji also came and sat beside Haranath. They stopped with each other for some time. After that, Ramdas Babaji left wiping his tears as if in ecstasy. So Atul Krishna next day went and met Ramdas Babaji and asked him, "Is it a fact that you have asked your disciples not to visit Haranath ashram or not to meet Haranath?" Ramdas Babaji said, "How do you know?" "No, I have heard it. And in fact, I have seen you going to Haranath and sitting with him and coming after discussing with him, wiping your tears." Ramdas Babaji said, "Yes, that is the reason. I have myself not being able to understand Haranath. If I allow my disciples to meet them, they will definitely leave me. But they will also not understand Haranath and they will be bewildered." So, what we find here, that disciples of Ramdas Babaji were not to be chosen. So, they were not taken into the fold. Why go far? I can quote the instance of my own grandfather, my maternal grandfather. He was a young man in those days when, say, it was sometime in 1920. Thakur Haranath was passing by Nagpur and he was going to Mumbai. So, my grandfather heard about it, but before that, let me tell you something. They were in the search of a guru, as Mr. Venkataraman was. There was a very high elevated saint, Tajuddin Baba in Nagpur. People advise that you go to him and he will help you. So both of them, my grandfather and grandfather name is Satya Gopal Datta and grandmother Krishna Kumari Datta. They both of them, they were young people, hardly in their 20s or early 30s. They went. Tajuddin Baba gave my grandfather something and asked, "You make an amulet of this and wear it. You will not get Guru. You will get Bhagwan. And the day you get, this amulet will be lost." So now let's come back to Thakur's passing by Nagpur. My grandfather went to the station, hearing from somebody that some saint is passing. Just out of curiosity he went. And there of course he met and he was taken into embrace by Thakur. Thakur used to call him Kilner Baba. Because my grandfather was serving in a Kilner company. So when he came back home, while he was changing his garments, he found that the amulet was lost. So my grandfather and grandmother were chosen, and what I was telling you, you call him Harnath Thakur, Harnath Lord, Harnath Avatar, or Avatari is your child. For me, he is the Lord Almighty. Well, now let us come to the second saying. Narada got his siddhi. So, what Thakur said? You will get it through my pen. Now, it is a general belief or general demand or urge of the followers of any religion, any sect, to find some literature. Like Muslims have Quran, Christians have Bible, even we have got Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc. Wonderful thing is that Quran was not written by Muhammad. Bible was not written by Jesus. These Puranas, Vedas, etc., they were not written by Krishna or Ram or Vishnu or any of the Lord. These have all been written on their behalf by somebody else. But here we find in Kusum Harnath world, the Pagal Harnath Patravali is something which has been written by him, by Lord himself. Thakur Harnath himself wrote these letters to individual devotees. Now, just for your information, 393 letters were compiled and they were made into 4 volumes and published during the lifetime of Lord Harnath. After that is after his sojourn, another some 300 and odd letters were put together and published as part 5 of that volume. Then we have also Dr. Khamulja of Gujarat publishing 2 parts of Lord's letters, saying Pagal Harnath letters. We also have a book by revered devotee Poliseti Ramdas, who published the letters of Lord Harnath to Ramdas, a small book. But beyond that, there was nothing coming up for so many days, so many years, rather so many decades. Then in the year 2019, Gujarat Harnath Samaj, they published this, letters from Lord of Love Harnath, Shri Thakur Harnath. It contains about 263 letters. This came in 2019. After this, in 2020, Lord blessed me and I published this book, Kusum Harnath Suktiya, which is an extract of letters and some extracts from the Harnath Smriti. Now all this literature is available, but a general lament that many people have, that hardly people read it. They either do not know, or if they know, they do not have a copy. Or if there is a copy in the household, it is kept at the puja place and worshipped. But reading, discussing has not been taking place. That is why efforts are being made by various people. In fact, we have a website in the YouTube channel, Kusum Harnath Patravali, where on alternate days we are uploading one letter in audio form, so that if people do not have time to read, they can at least listen to that and get the essence of it. Similarly, there are many YouTube channels who are regularly uploading the Lord's letters in Telugu language. But the point is, which so many people have been asking me, why should we read Pagal Harnath letter? What is there in that letter? Thakur has written some letters to the devotees who were at that time present, that is contemporary devotees. But what is there? Well, that's a very important question. I would answer it slowly. Well, as I understand, these letters or these Pagal Harnath Patravali has 3 facets. The first one is the facility. It is so simple. These are so simple letters that when you read them, you have a feeling that, oh, Thakur is writing to me, he is addressing directly to me, and that gives a kind of attachment and I would say a feeling of ecstasy. In addition to this, there is a feeling among very many devotees, including me, that whatever problem you face, you open the book at random and you find a solution of your problem in that letter which opens. So this is the facility that we have. In addition to this, you don't have to read any other scripture. You talk of any scripture, any shastra on earth, you will find its essence included in these letters. So that is all in one put together available to us. That is why we must read those letters. Second comes the humility part of it. If you read these letters, you will find two aspects very clearly coming up. One is that Thakur is so humble that at times you feel embarrassed. Why is he being so humble to us? Well, that I would say is, in fact, somebody has told me, wherever Thakur says I, you read yourself, you place yourself in that. Means I need to be humble. And in fact, the Vaishnava philosophy says, Trinadapi Sunichena. Means you need to be so low as the blade of grass. So that is humility he is touching. But the other aspect is where Thakur demeans himself. Well, that sometimes is not acceptable or palatable to all of us. And it was not palatable to me too. And so I started finding out how I'm talking to people and then found that N.C. Ghosh has written a book, Leelas of Lord Haranath, and also Theories of Lord Haranath. In that, he has given a wonderful explanation. What he says, that by demeaning himself, he is trying to project that he has got those bad qualities. Now, if we think very deeply, we will find that some of those bad qualities do exist in us. And since he is saying that, he is actually identifying with our existence. That gives us a very proximity to him. Also, there is a philosophical explanation that Haranath is a Virat Purush and we are part of that Virat Purush. So whatever bad qualities we have, those must be there in that Virat Purush also. And well, those bad qualities may not affect him while those affect us. Well, I do not know about the second part, but yes, it does give me a proximity. I feel that Haranath is very close to me. Third part and the last part, and I'll conclude after this, is the complexity. There was one very highly elevated, evolved devotee, Nrsimha Prasad Mukherjee. Now, this gentleman had not seen Haranath in his whole lifetime. He was in the fold for about 3-4 years. He had not heard of, he had not seen, but he used to get letters from Thakur, and if you read those letters, those are real gems. So in one of the letters, he is writing to Thakur that I am not able to understand what you are writing. And reply of Thakur to that is that it is true that people sometimes do not understand my words. And how can you? A crazy person's words are always incoherent. And when I myself read them later, I laugh because I also do not understand them. Now, what does this explanation indicate? This explanation to me indicates that whatever you have understood is good enough. Carry on with that. You need not bother about the complexity. Reason being, if you look at the Lord, and Lord has said this, Thakur has said this in one of the letters. If you look at Prabhu through the light of philosophy, that light is very dazzling and it will blind your eye and you will not be able to have darshan of the Thakur. So that is what applies here. We need not bother about philosophy. We should be very simple. Whatever occurs to us is the meaning and let us be satisfied. So long we find that this is my letter, though written may be written to somebody else, but when I'm reading it in my letter, so that should be the case. Well, that is all that I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much. Jai Krishna.